So before we get into it, you guys want to say anything?
Yes, I have something to say. I have written a song for all of you, and
Oh no.
Seriously? Oh my goodness.
I don't know how to play the guitar.
That's a song.
Why isn't this on the stream? This needs to be on the stream.
It is on the stream.
Oh, it is? Oh shit, I probably should go get on the stream.
Yeah, we are live.
Oh, I didn't realize. See, I think that's when it froze. I didn't get to hear him say
We've been
hello.
live since before the Zevia rant started.
Oh, excellent.
And that was my bit.
That was a good bit. I liked it.
Your song was "I don't know how to play the guitar."
Don't worry, it's on the stream. Hey, Joey.
You're ready. You're ready to be a troubadour there, Dakota.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, why are you being a sword master? No, yeah.
Especially considering I lost my fucking guitar pick. I'm using an old Amazon gift card.
Well, I mean, the same thing, right?
Yep. So, but yeah. So let's make sure that lives forever in my channel.
Yeah, already does.
But welcome back, everybody, to the final episode of Earthdawn with me and my usual three. Is the thing I haven't actually said in months.
Yeah.
So we've been doing this since October of 2016. Do you know that?
Sounds about right.
Is that when we started? I mean, I know that we took a brief hiatus.
Oh, yeah, we took a brief hiatus last year when I moved and various times throughout the year because we're not even at 52 episodes, so a full year's worth of weeks. But we have 44. With this one is 44. We're just 8 weeks short of a full year. But yeah, we've been doing this since 2016, October. We first started off as just recordings, so I didn't have to worry about the live streams. Then I decided to make them live because why not? You know.
Exactly. Why not?
Kind of enthused by shows like the Saving Throw show and stuff like that. It's like it can bring in some people, or it could just be me dicking around with friends.
That way, when people heckle us, they can do it live.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think ultimately we prefer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot more fun than having to sit there and listen to yourself and like.
Otherwise, Sloan's the only one who ever gets to hear any of the heckling. If it's just comments.
Yeah. Or retweets in foreign languages. At times, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But so before we begin, to all of you that are here on the stream, to all of you that have been watching and watched up to here, thanks for sticking around, and hopefully this end will actually be a proper end. I have an end to the story. That could be one of those
blow everything the fuck up.
Bullshit Final Fantasy type ends where, is it over? Or not? What's going on?
Which is even worse considering the fact that they never do, or they very, very rarely do direct sequels. So
yep.
They give you the cliffhanger and then never follow up on it.
It's like they get you right to that point you're about ready to pop, and then, oh, we're done.
Blue balls forever.
And we're out.
And your guardian angel has arrived, apparently.
Yay.
What's up, Nunu? But yes. So, when we last left off, they were up here, near the Bloodwoods. They had just brought the wizard who could redo the naming.
Yes.
Who's for now.
I now dub thee the Sanguinous Woods.
He is attempting to prep, and as you were talking to some of the light bearers, the ones who gave you your crystals, you noticed that there was ships coming in. You see like the captain ships, but there's a lot more than what you usually see him flying around with. Essentially, it looks like he brought his own little army to the battle.
Yay.
Captain Ransom?
Yeah.
Okay, you broke up there, so I just make sure.
Yes, Captain Ransom was bringing his own army that he had set up. So, but before, oh god, 4,000? Oh no. That's how
No, I
much
think it's
Nu-
over 9,000.
No, that's what Nunu has left in the gold pack.
Huh. For some reason, my redeeming gold thing isn't showing up.
That's because I
It's
disabled
weird.
it for you.
But your redeeming qualities are always there.
But no,
I had like 3,000 gold too. Damn, I should have bought a bunch of rerolls and shit last week.
you should have, would have, could have. Too bad. No, you can't. Anyways, so before we get into the story proper, I had you guys do some homework. Now to see you actually did it, and
I think you know the answer to that.
I know yours is gonna be. I woke up, I went and did stuff, but
that bad.
kind of retelling a bit of the characters' point of views of what happens. You love to care, and who would like to go first?
Well, I think the troubadour has to go first.
Are you
I
sure,
think
or
we
should
have
you
to
save
save
them
it for
for last?
I'll go first. Krendar can go next.
No, I'll go
Chris
last
can
because then
last.
maybe my internet congestion will clear up. So because you guys keep freezing up.
All right, we'll
Okay.
save the best for last then. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Best for last. Not even close, man.
Do you see what you're up against, though?
Okay. All right. Yeah, do you?
You're definitely going to be the best one.
God. Well, from Kaja's point of view, all of this, he was essentially an idiot who wanted to become a legendary hero. He was a dweeb who practiced with a sword, jumped around like an idiot, had like 2 friends, grew up wanting to be a good guy and do good things and get the hell out of the cave. And when he saw the chance with 2, well, very odd people, yeah, he took it. I mean,
2 weird
it's
randos.
yeah. 2 weird randos he'd seen around and like heard about, but it was just like, why not?
This is what happens when you go on a raid with a pug.
There's always people in these stories. There's always the weird one, and then there's the quiet one. And in the end, he'd hoped to be the guy in the gallant sword cutting down bad guys, that kind of thing. And then quickly became to realize the world is fucking terrifying. barely survived spider demon. And then, well, from there, actually, for a while, he realizes people aren't that hard to deal with. We went from Haven, I think it was, through the mountains with nice grandma and corn guy. Went to Merrick. That was fun. I don't remember what we did in Merrick. He probably doesn't either. He just remembers grandma. And then the mountains. Death Mountain. Death River. That was the second time. That was when he was realizing, people really aren't that bad. Nature, horrors, demons, all that shit. That's what you got to watch out for. And then from there, he went through his big fucking blowout at Bartertown with the fucking accidentally killing someone who wasn't trying to kill him, because he'd always wanted to be the good guy, the guy who doesn't hurt the people that are meant to be hurt.
Oops.
Yeah, it was a bad oops, and he didn't like that, and it took him a while to deal with it. And then from there was the fucking winding trail. A lot of the rest of this is a blur. I mean, goes from getting to Gregory's trainer to Wyland's to his own to meeting the captain back up in Europa to the weird dwarf who sang a song and summoned dead people, and I think there's a skeleton in a cave somewhere that Gregory did something with, and I think he still remembers that, and he's like waiting for it to come back because he doesn't know anything about it.
Not inaccurate.
Meeting little lizard boy, he was fun. Meeting the dragons, the dragons are awesome because he's always been the little dweeb, and he wanted to be the big hero. And what's a big hero to a lizard guy than a dragon? And then meeting the Blood Elves was amazing. He got to keep their rose. It was his first storybook moment where it was, we helped the Elf Queen, we received their prize. This is obviously well out of order, but he probably doesn't even remember it in order. It was the first cool thing because we killed a fucking super horror, and that alone was him going like, "Yeah, I can do this. We can make the world a better place." And I had my first moment. That was what he always wanted, and now all this crap's happening, and the nice troll lady he'd made friends with the captain and whatnot, is a goddamn horror. The person he thought was going to be his old friend is the horror that's been haunting them forever. And honestly, he just wants to go home and be with his wife and baby at this point. But he's got one more thing to do, and whether he lives through it or not, all he hopes to do is make the world a better place.
Okay. Yep. Now, Krendar, Grigori's turn.
That first Jehuthra at the beginning of the adventure was definitely a sign of things to come, and the first big struggle of the adventure that led into all kinds of horrors everywhere that turned out to be much more human-like than that Grigori expected for the most part, except for that one that was eventually just the fog. But he knew that his specialized study into the Nether Planes and the horrors would be useful because of so many of the horrors still being around in the world. Thus, especially proven when we had to fight that fog thing, and Grigori being the only one that was really able to hurt it because it was non-corporeal, really. So, definitely a good thing that he's joined up with the team for that sort of thing. And then, of course, we got that asshole Zynthian bothering us the whole time, and obviously that was not a problem that was going to go away on its own, and now that's finally come to a head. But I think Grigori's pretty much focused a lot on the big picture kind of stuff. So yeah, there was the Death River ride and all kind of weird shit with the monkeys and the the panther kittens and all kinds of shit along the way. But pretty much he's had the Zynthian problem on the back of his mind for most of the trip, just waiting for the other shoe to drop, and now it finally has. Certainly meeting the ghost wizard was an interesting thing for him. So his first trainer being not necessarily so much an actual Nethermancer per se, but at least one who's on the other side and has the lore to pass along. But I mean, that's been pretty much his focus the whole time. And yes, Grigori did leave a skeletal guardian spirit in a tomb in that one graveyard, which apparently he didn't realize it had confused Kaja so much. But he basically had wanted to make sure that nobody would wander in and rob more things from that tomb. Like, especially thinking that more agents of Zynthian might come back later, so it could potentially protect the place against them. Wasn't sure if there was really anything left to protect, but better safe than sorry. And nothing's probably still there now, honestly, unless somebody's destroyed it. Hopefully no dumbass randos have wandered in there and gotten themselves killed.
High or low
But
percentage check. Kidding.
But I mean, you don't wander around graveyards abandoned graveyards by yourself in Barsaive, so if somebody did get themselves killed, it was probably their own dumb fault anyway. But that's mostly been Grigori's focus, is trying to be ready for this whole Zynthian thing or any new horrors that come along. He's kind of relieved that we finally got to sort out where that Doppler went after it left Aramor, or at least we think that was the one that started the shit with the Troubadour camp anyway.
Yeah.
If not, there's more of these things out there than we realized, and that's certainly not a good sign if it's true. But that's more or less his overall perspective. He's not as worried about the smaller details along the way so much as the big picture that's going on.
Okay. Thank you. And finally, Chris with Wylands.
I got nothing. Let's go.
All right, now what about Waylands?
For
Wait, who are you guys? I don't remember anything.
what are we starting? Is it? No.
Are we live yet?
For Wyland, it's been an interesting trip for him in the sense that when all of this started, he was, he had heard growing up, he had heard all these stories about what the outside world was like and before, and tales of cities and peoples and all of these various legends that had fascinated him and had kind of shaped what he was going to become. And when he got kind of shell-shocked right away when he got out into the wider world, when the care finally opened up, and it wasn't necessarily the food that was the shocking part, although that shocked part of his system. It had more to do with the fact that he was realizing that some of the things that he was told were true. His first time seeing a blood elf and realizing that it wasn't just a story and that these people were real, it kind of bothered him a little bit, in the sense that people that were like him could have done this to themselves and made the sacrifice that they made. And at the same time, I think he's very eager to discover more and more and more of the world as he continued to explore, and was very keen on all this, and got to experience a bunch of stories and wonderful experiences with these two people that he kind of knew about in the care, but never really knew, but was very happy to travel with. And then the whole thing kind of came up where we began to realize who we were, or who we were descendants of. And at first, Wyland wasn't actually very happy with that idea, because it was something that he felt he didn't have control over. That this was something that he didn't. This wasn't a life that he chose, and that what he wanted to do upon leaving the care wasn't necessarily what he was meant to do when he left the care. And it took him a little while to kind of come to grips with that responsibility for it, but slowly and surely, as we began to encounter more signs of the still existing horror taint, the overall goals of Zynthian, that Wyland began to realize that maybe the meant to tell was the story that we ended up experiencing, and the path that we've all taken and gone through. And so his attitude about those things kind of changed, and they began to really change when he met LeFen and realized that the troubadour, as he imagined it, didn't necessarily have to be that same way. And it was that, and I think the unique kinship that he was slowly building up with Kaja made him realize that he could still tell a story the way he wanted to, and be the troubadour that he wanted to be, the way he imagined it to be, but also at the same time he could be a little bit of the warrior poet, in a certain sense, that he had been shown. And then maybe Grigori's constant badgering about armoring up and weaponing up had a little bit to do with that as well. But
he only badgered you up until the point where you did it, and then he stopped.
Exactly. You accomplished your task, and so then you didn't need to worry about anything anymore.
Exactly.
I need someone else to protect me in case Lizard Man goes down.
Well, Grigori was pretty well armored, actually. He just wanted.
Actually, you're better armored than I am, I believe.
He wanted you to protect yourself.
You can't be XP leech on party.
Last chance cells are expensive.
Yeah,
but I think the biggest thing that has surprised him as this has gone on is the connections that he's made without even really necessarily trying to. Nixla being the most notable recent one, But then on top of that, I think that when he left the care, he didn't necessarily expect to be traveling with the two people that he was traveling with, but these two name givers have, I think, come to mean more to him than a lot of the bonds that he had when he was in the care. He's certainly been through more with these guys than he has with anybody else, and now as he stands here getting ready for this, his motivation before, or I should say his motivation when he left the care, was to really go and experience and become look good about the outside world. But now he realizes that his motivation right now is he needs to put to rest elements of his past and essentially rescuing the body and perhaps soul of his dead wife. And hopefully there'll be a little bit of world left over after this is over with, so he can resume those journeys and get to tell more of those stories that he wants to tell.
Okay. Thank you. And now for a little bit of the they're supposed to be done.
Construction work.
Yeah.
Yes. And now for the truck backing up.
Goddamn, they're supposed to be done at 4, and it's 4:40, and they're still being pains in my ass. Anyways, a bit of the story that unfolded as they were doing items. Zintian had been planning things long before they escaped. He had people working, connections that still praised him for a long time. But he decided to wait. He wanted to see if some of the more loyal ones that in the past would come back. And once you finally got established a connection a bit to the horrors after defeating one and kind of coming in contact with the relics, he decided to contact you. And that's where the story begins for you. But he did also, like I said, have others. You've met a few of them. Some small ones that he never really messed with, that he just kind of thought it'd be nice to have his own little party of adventurers. And some that he knew he was going to bred and accessible. But ultimately, it was during the time whenever you had given the quest of the Relics of Twilight to the other three, that he started finding, well, these shall be my war. And thus he persuaded them more and more, hoping just your natural history would allow you three to join. He moved with the other ones a little bit harsher, pushing darker images into them, things a bit more painful for them to experience. And ultimately he succeeded in two-thirds of them. He had been keeping in contact with the Empire, slowly building. See, the towers, he had them construct before the Scourge happened originally. Helped keep some control there, some contact. Not as much as he thought he could keep. Magic finally rebalanced in the world. But still, it provided him a window. They'd been planning this for centuries, just waiting for him to give the okay to attack. And that's where it leads us to now. You three standing with, well, an army of pirates right now, and hopefully more fighters on the other way, preparing for, well, hopefully not another Scourge. As you three are standing there waiting in the fort, seeing the ships slowly come into descending below the cloud line, you notice there's at least 4 larger ones and more than you can count of smaller ships. Which point the light bearer, he looks a little concerned and just turns to you three. Please tell me those are friends of yours.
And we do recognize Rance's ship.
Yes, the middle and the front.
Yes, Wyland will point that out, and he'll say, yes, that's a very good friend of ours. I can only assume that those smaller craft are ones that he's recruited, in addition to ones that are likely his. Details, my elven eyes, we can't quite see from this distance, but wait, Does that one have hobbits? They should be going to Isengard. No. Yes. If there's anyone that we wanted on our side in the fight, it would be him.
Okay. I'm gonna start getting things prepared now. Because if I'm guessing what he's planning, gonna need a lot.
Yes.
The dwarf just kind of wanders off down the steps to the forge underneath the forge. And you see it takes some time for the descent to start. But the first one to touch down would be Rance's ship, who you see him standing there, amongst his men. He looks cleaner than he's looked in months since finding out his friend was taken. You see his crew looking ready as they sharpen blades and get, items prepared. And you see the other ones touching down, looking from ones that look like, people who have always wanted to be pirates to the ones that were just banded together under the idea of, well, I don't want to die.
That's all the motivation you'll need.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to die, then you need to fight like you don't.
Yeah. And at this point, you see him. Go ahead.
So I was just gonna say, because if you don't fight, sure, if you fight, you might die, but if you don't fight, worse shit than death is gonna happen to you. So,
yeah.
So he disembarks. He starts getting his men organized. They start all gathering. He comes up before any of them get near to the fort and talks to you three. Unless you guys were heading out to go meet him.
Oh no, I definitely. Well, yeah. I'm certainly gonna walk out there. We'll meet him halfway or whatever. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, you guys head out. He meets you a bit halfway. You're talking. So, the light bearer is ready.
They're getting prepared right now. As a matter of fact.
That's good.
You decided to get yourself all made up for the fight here, huh?
Well, if I'm taking a bunch of men into potentially the battle for the world, not.
Captain, I couldn't agree more.
I'm impressed by the turnout you are able to bring.
Well, some of these are people who were on the slave ships that wanted to take back a fight. Others were just ones that were, well, assholes that I put under my flag to make sure that they knew who was boss.
You found more ships than I expected. This is good.
Yeah, this is very good. So, do you have a plan of attack in mind once they get here, or are you going to do it with your characteristic flair and do it on the fly?
Yeah, I thought winging it would be a good idea.
Well,
unless
it served you.
Have a plan.
Figurative or literal wing?
Little column A, little column B. I mean, the feathers have to be useful for something, right?
True. It served you well enough this long. I see no reason to change.
And you just start seeing him instructing, and you see the men start passing by, all just kind of not anywhere near a militia type of march past. They're just sauntering by at various levels. You hear some of them whispering about the heroes of Bartertown.
What are they saying? I want to take a little closer listen on that.
As you just kind of listen to hear some of them
bask in that glory for a minute.
talk about, wait,
Exactly.
are those guys that saved Bartertown? No. They're supposed to be really, really big guys, aren't they? Like buffer dudes, not these little spindly guys. I don't know. One of them says they sang him to sleep, sang the monster to sleep, and the other guy stabbed it.
I'll kind of just walk a little parallel with them, and occasionally, if I hear something that sounds like, I'll pipe in occasionally, and maybe even confirm some of the falsehoods in their story.
They were like this. They were like that.
That's what I heard as well. I heard that they were, and they did it with not only did it with such style and grace. I heard it was really something to behold.
One of the last ones, the ones that you kind of cling to, is talking about how essentially the fighter had been saying they're banging on drums to kind of get his attention, while the troubadour whacked it on the head with a lute.
Most troubadours I know would never use their instrument in such manner. I've heard that there are some troubadours that can almost slay a creature with their words. So maybe that's what happened. And it seems odd that a fighter, you mean like actual fighter, or are we talking about swordmaster? Because I had heard swordmaster.
Yeah, and Greg over there heard Beastmaster and had his wolf howl.
Yeah, no, the stories I heard
it was
had
a
no
giant bear, actually.
Yeah.
That poor bear.
I was just going to interject. No. That was him making the noise. He's part dragon.
Yes, yeah, he has the blood of a dragon flowing through him. So yeah, that's right.
But the thing they always seem to get right is that once they killed it, somehow they helped bring a girl back to life.
Truly noble individuals, those heroes of Barter. No doubt about it. If anything, this coming battle, you should fight and try and emulate them and the amazing things they did.
Be healed.
Surely, exactly. They clearly had faith in their abilities. I don't see any reason why we can't either, right?
Yes, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
You seem into it.
Yeah.
As they all kind of gather in the fort, it's packed, well beyond what it should be. There's people sitting outside the front gate, and you see Ransa talking to one of the guys that works down the forge, that's kind of holding off the stairs. See him climb up onto a little bit of a roof that he can sit there and yell, and he starts shouting about prepare the fighters, prepare your weapons that you want enchanted spellcasters. Time to choose permanent body augmentation, body art, or find something to add it to. And bringing up how it's going to be a lifelong commitment. And if anyone doesn't want this, now they can step away. No harm, no foul. Their fight will just be not as up close as. You see a small grouping of them kind of back off from this idea. A lot of them are just waving swords in the air. See a couple spellcasters waving around like wands and stuff, screaming. When they start laying them down the long staircase. About this time,
Once all the troops are ready, Wyland should totally braveheart these guys.
Well, yeah. Once everyone's assembled, I'm all about doing something like that.
But as he gets down, he gestures for you three to come talk with him. And you guys get inside, and he takes you into the little inn that you stayed at.
Okay.
Mhm.
Has a few drinks ordered up to this area, and he's like, "Well, I was able to talk to some people. Remember, I was able to find Korax survived.
Yes. Good.
Since the time that I had given him my the flag with my symbols on it, he amassed a little bit of a brotherhood with some other traders and pirates, and thankfully, they're risking their lives right now near Vistramon, creating a blockade, trying to stop them from getting out amongst the three rivers."
That's good. Holding them at bay as long as possible. All that needs to happen, they need to hold them long enough until we can do what we need to accomplish here. If the Therans don't have Zynthian to back them up, they should hopefully lose their will to fight, and they'll back off.
Possibly, but there is an issue from the other side of Barsaive. One of my men was near local. He's from there, and he was taking care of some business. And he noticed there's quite a few ships pulling in. Some of the airships, some just regular. And seems the Therans are coming in from both sides. I guess with them knowing that this side would be a little bit hard, that side would be a little bit hard to go through, they wanted a somewhat clear shot.
That's not
Hopefully his
good.
big surprise.
Fun part is what he told me that they're bringing with them.
What are they bringing with them?
Plenty of troops, a lot of armaments, 2 very, very tall towers that are brought in by the airships.
Those would be Zynthian towers that he needs.
Remember the one in Grupa?
Yes.
Yeah, this man saw that one and said, that looks minuscule compared to these two. As if these two were meant to hold a larger gate, much more.
Those
Yes.
need to be stopped. High priority.
But last, there is that army issue. You figure we have maybe a week. S is here.
How are they bringing these in exactly?
Like I said, airship on those two, and most of the troops are coming in with either on foot or via carriage.
Perhaps those ships can be destroyed to make towers fall and smash before delivery. Of course, we'll be best protected, but
I
perhaps
figured
could send large fleet against them.
Mm-hmm.
the issue being we want the ships to be here as well to help protect and get the ground forces ready.
Yes, of course, but this is higher priority as well. If we lose Yoruba, can get back, but if towers get in place, perhaps cannot recover from this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my plan was this. When they get close, we should hopefully have a bit of between these men, whatever men you're bringing. That will be enough distraction that potentially my ships can go and start trying to destroy these towers. Otherwise, it's all focused on us, and ships are kind of sitting ducks.
Perhaps this is where we should focus our dragon allies.
On the towers.
On towers, yes.
Yeah, that's not a
Unless
bad
there
idea.
is more bad news.
But we have some time, like I said, about a week. If there's any preparations you need to do, hopefully your allies all show up in that time and we can formulate a plan.
And we're just basically waiting on the dragons, right? I think those are the only allies.
You're waiting on the dragons and LaFen and whatever he's assembling.
Oh yeah, right.
And
Yeah,
the blood and the blood elves.
And oh yeah, you guys gonna tell Renza about the blood elves thing?
Well, we don't know if it's going to work yet. But we'll tell them that there's, potentially another ally coming.
Well, till we get more information, there's only one thing I can really think of doing.
It's probably good night for this.
Indeed.
I love having this as a visual aid. Oh, but drinking Dr. Pepper that quick is not a good idea.
Supposed to be meat in there. Come on. I'm disappointed.
Look, I may be amongst hipsters, but not everyone wants to make mead here.
Oh, Seattle.
But yes. So he whatever.
I heard that.
Yeah. He decides yes, he's going to he's just gonna drink a little bit while waiting and listen if you have anything to say.
Captain, you don't by any chance well, back up. So I'll say, as a troll, Captain, have you, in any of your encounters with your airship, have you ever encountered any Sky Raider tribes?
Yeah, 2 of them are actually part of the crew.
Part of the excellent,
We
but
were
they're
there for one of them, weren't we?
No, you're there for slavers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they have any more polar influence with their tribe? Maybe recruiting some Sky Raiders in their airships could help possibly embolden our cause. I mean, obviously, what happens to us could certainly happen to them, and having such fierce warriors on our side, rather than just remaining neutral and doing nothing, might help tip the balance when it comes to the air battle.
True. I can. Well, few that are there, they'll be in line. So hopefully they'll be able to get through real quick. I'll tell them whenever they're done to meet me in here.
Yes, I mean, even if you could spare one of your ships for them to go off and try and recruit, since we have at least a couple of days.
Oh, they have their own ships, so they can take that.
Even better.
And so you see him just kind of yell and call over, "Boy, hey, you! Make sure you know." And you just hear him talking in troll, telling which ones to bring over. And he just sits back, drinking, going, never really expected all this crap to happen going down that river.
No. In fact, to be honest, I wasn't even sure if we were going to make it down there. And,
yeah.
But we did, and yeah, here we are now.
Did we experience that first Zynthian dream before or after that river ride? I don't remember.
Before.
Okay.
Because
so
you picked up the relic, then in a haven area, you passed by Cossack Mountains, spent the night out, and had a dream right before Merrick.
I was knowing Zynthians would be trouble eventually, but was not expecting him to have his hooks in the Therans.
No.
Oh, come on, they're assholes.
I mean, not totally surprised, just did not foresee.
Well, then you, my friend, are no soothsayer that I would ever trust.
Yeah. I am working with matters of magic, not politics and warfare.
And I'm working with, trying to get rich.
Is that
This plan will go better once we make sure that we are not all dead.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I do have a personal stake in many things now in this world.
Well, technically, you've got a personal stake in all of them with this going on.
Yeah. I just kind of want to be in charge of Europa.
Be in charge of what?
Europa. I want to take over that.
I think should we come out on top of this and your story gets told to the right people by the right people, I think that that may not be too difficult.
Let us be seeing how much Europa there is after this.
Oh, if it's a pile of rubble, I can rebuild and just name myself king.
There will be less politics this way, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, who's going to fight with a guy that has a sword that looks like this? As he pulls up the, as he calls it, chain breaker. That's just very, now looking from the original cutlass to a bit more jagged.
And I like the anti-slavery name.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
See, that's what I'm saying. And Kaja's just going to pull out the boat and start like, look at this fucking thing.
Exactly, right? It's iconic. It's iconic now. As long as
not the Ubisoft kind of iconic either.
As long as it doesn't keep changing. That was an issue.
I think it'll only get more, but I think that'll add to it.
And so, yeah, he's sitting there drinking and just exchanging random stories from before he met you guys or in between times. Bringing up how he helped. One of the ones he brings up, that's the last story he tells, is he's going to attack a group of slavers, and it's just he was on his ship with one other crew member. They do enough that of damage to the crew that the slaves actually get up and, while still bound, helped him take over the ship.
Nice.
And that became they took over the ship, and they decided, screw it, their lives are destroyed, might as well do something with it while in here. And yeah.
You do good work. And should things not go our way, at least you'll be able to leave this world with that satisfaction, knowing the good that you've done.
Thankful when I took this became something better.
Took the name Ransa?
Yes. Did I tell you?
You know that you were renamed?
Yes. Me and my two original sailors, Satan and Nokar.
Who were you before?
See
Bob. Bob the salesman.
That name's lost, but my life before was small. Me and my two friends, we had always vowed to do something big and grand, and we wanted to, we've heard while in the care the stories of the pirates and people sailing around. Well, once their village was destroyed, slavers, that's the reason why we don't care for many here, they destroyed our village and took some of our family. And we vowed that who we were was too weak. So we wanted to become something better. So we went to gather up what money we could, doing odd jobs across all of Barsaive till we could find finally somebody who could do a naming. And we knew there would be the issue of we could potentially forget who we are. But we thought, if we remembered, then well, that's even better of a bond that we have for going through
Very
that.
true.
If we
And
forgot,
that's how he became Captain Morgan.
if we forgot, then that's merely the universe's way of letting us move on with it. And so we finally made it to Europa. We found this old drunk living in the back area who asked for the weirdest concoction. And whenever we paid him, we sat there and did the naming. He opened up. I knew who my friends were. They knew who I was. He said, while it's rare, it happens, and we vowed that our names would be forever shed. And in fact, I have trouble remembering it half the time. A few months later, we were traveling along, and we found my original ship. We found Parax. It had been highly damaged, but still viable. Yeah. Trying to see what we could do as, well, being outlaws, but good guys. Good outlaws. Good laws, I guess, if you want to.
It's a good way to look at it.
I mean, the first attempt did not go too well. You don't know the terror whenever you get a hole in the side of a ship in the air. But
Well, I do not think Holt would do so much if there's no water. But
well, when it hits the
things inside may fall out.
well, one of the things it hits tends to be that little engine that could.
This is bad.
Oh yeah. Thank God, Satan, he's good at just tinkering things together. Stop.
Also, just as an out of character comment, this is why Sky Raider adepts learn how to glide.
Yeah.
Magically glide. Because they will occasionally fall off their ships.
But,
Whoops.
That is an actual talent to get.
Yeah. He talks about that. Then he talks about, then they found some people, some retired ones who kind of helped him learn how to be a better captain, better sky pilot, such as that. Nokar, well, she was loving doing this stuff. She also decided her whole thing, as she preferred to be a fighter. I'm just hoping that if I can get to her before, anyone else. But my other self said that potentially if I do enough with it, close out, Chain Breaker, and it's like potentially sever between the possession controlling her and her. It's a long shot, I know.
Yeah, what we're doing is a long shot, but that's kind of the way we roll.
Yeah. And he's just gonna sits there and he just looks a little bit longingly at his sword. And about the time you see walk in two very they look like the typical Sky Raider to you. They're kind of a mess. They're bits of armor on them. They're uncouth. They're just kind of walking up. You want to talk to us?
Is Ransom gonna talk, or is he look towards us?
He's like, these three, they good friends of mine, and they have a thought that they want to give to you. And he gets up and he's like, and treat them with respect, you two. These are the heroes of Bartertown. As he heads up walking towards the bar, trying to get some more ale. And they're just kind of standing there hunched over. You three saved Bartertown from that thing?
That's correct.
Grigori just nods.
I mean, he looks like he could. Points to Kaja.
Kaja, obviously.
You look like someone's dad trying to play fighter, as he points to Wyland. And you look like a nerd. Looking over at Grigori.
There is power in knowledge.
You're not wrong.
So, and he's what ideas you got?
I am going to speak to him in troll.
Holy shit. That is a waste of a gigantic number.
Wow, I like it.
This means the dice are on our side.
That's right. So here's what so he says. So what is it you guys want? So this will actually play out really well after his little insult to me. I'm going to jump up on the table that we're on.
Okay.
And I'm just going to start barking, in fierce troll, and I'm going to basically say to him that this world, the reason why you're here and why you're fighting, this could all be gone a week from now, and could all be under the shackles of the horrors and the Therans, and you are here to fight, but the rest of your tribe, the rest of your Sky Raiders are not. If you're so easy to make fun of me and my friends, go back and get your larger and stronger brethren and tell them to get off their lazy asses and get out here and fight. Save their world so that you can continue. And I'll point to Grigori. And I'm saying this in troll still, so you can continue to call this man a nerd. And again, still not be wrong.
They just kind of give
The funny thing is, Grigori would not have any objection to that, even if he knew what you were saying.
They kind of look at you, raised eyebrow, look at each other. This guy, he's got some balls on him, doesn't he? And he just pushes you. And do a strength check real quick.
It could be worse.
You stand up enough, but you still kind of slip from the tables into Kaja's lap. Oh.
That was a long time in coming, honestly.
Yeah, it was really.
Yes.
Hold me tight.
Well, you see, we can go talk to them, but they're a bunch of, headstrong assholes. But if the captain gives his blessing, then we can try.
I'll snuggle up to Kaja a little bit more, and I'll say, "That's why you're here. The captain already gave his blessing, and of course they're headstrong assholes. it's obvious by looking and talking to the two of you, you're the same way.
Ah,
You
they took it as a
flatterer.
compliment.
Yeah, good.
It was meant that way.
And they're just kind of sitting there laughing. And if you, Grigori, if you're looking over, you're the only one who can get a good shot of him. You look at the captain. He's trying to stifle a laugh at seeing Wyland jump up and bark and troll. But just kind of,
As are we all.
I'm gonna make a legends check here.
okay.
If it rolls.
There it goes.
6.
Yeah.
Do I remember the name? I'm looking for the name of a widely respected troll hero.
Okay.
Is
that should do it.
You're able to recall a name of a hero from before the Scourge called Bosch.
Okay. So I will say, if you want to honor the memory of Bosch and have his name still be told once all this is done, you'll leave sooner rather than later and bring your brethren back in their airships, their axes sharpened, and ready for a good fight.
Some of them use swords.
I don't care. As long as they point them in the direction of the Therans and the minions of this horror. I don't care if they use their nails.
Oh, you've met Bosch. Then.
Yes, they're finely manicured nails, of course.
That must be their Beastmaster.
I meant to say Martha, but I said Bartha. Okay.
Yeah, actually, for a troll, it probably is Bartha.
Yeah.
Mm.
And they're kind of saying they're just seeing you be all serious when you're half their size, but
and still in Kaja's lap.
yeah. But as you're saying this, they kind of give a quick glance up to Ransa, and Grigori can see out of the corner of his eyes, like, all right, just because you convinced us. Yeah, well, go talk. And you just see them leaving, and they're the most uncouth bastards as they just leave. They're spitting up, spinning, and such.
Cool.
And
Perfect ambassadors then.
sorry,
Kaja was just like, what the hell was any of that? I didn't understand a word.
I'll finally get out of Kaja's lap and I'll say, well, hopefully, it was me basically convincing them to go and bring back some more fighters, or at least, at the very least, some more cannon fodder. One of the two.
Did you have to sit in my lap for that?
Well, he pushed me into it, and I did, and it's actually, honestly, it's quite comfy, and I didn't want to get out.
I need another drink.
Yes, you do.
At this point, you just see Ransa come back, take his seat, and put down 3 very large bottles in front of you guys while he has one himself.
Hell yeah.
That was an interesting show.
Well, if they bring back their men, it worked.
Here's hoping. Maybe they'll bring back the women too. That would be nice. I mean, for me.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe elves like it too. I don't know.
Hey, any port in a storm, Captain, and troll woman. Let me tell you.
I could tell any port in the storm with your little.
We're just road buddies.
I have a wife.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
Yeah.
Does Kaja just say, I have a wife?
Yeah.
Yes.
You do?
Somebody please get this elf off my lap.
Wait.
I'm confused.
Was it that feisty one that kept trying to say she was in charge of the, security and guards?
Yeah.
Wow, you have a long life if this goes well in front of you with that.
Yeah.
Presume so. How is she doing?
Well, the horrors have her, so I assume not well.
I apologize.
Awkward.
Chances are they're in more danger than she is.
Unless they're able to break her, which Apparently they can do.
Yeah, they talk a lot of shit though.
I mean, that probably get to, Boyland here. I figure with Grigori, they would just keep like messing with the book as he's reading it, eventually break him that way.
break him down through annoyance.
Just through sheer annoyance.
Just imagining, like, in back of Grigori's mind as he's sitting there, just imagining his worst one, trying to read and just somebody eating very crunchy food next to him slowly. Kind of doing one of those.
Yeah, the horrors have really fallen if this is what they have to resort
Yeah.
to.
Or they'll wait until you're watching a play, and then when the really good dramatic part comes on, then they'll
Have
start
you heard
crunching
the story
again.
of Lord?
I am Lord
The
Maximus of Destructor.
They
The
just run into
horror
the
of
theater and they
minor
yelled out, "The butler did it!"
No, they're just sitting there. Have you heard the story of Lord Plagueis the Wise?
Yeah. Did
But-
you know you do know that Darth Vader's Luke's father, right? Oh, was I not supposed to mention that?
Oh, this actress, she's so horrible, man. I mean, look, you're gonna see every inconsistency with her because of this one look. Anyways, and go ahead, say you're something inappropriate.
That's what I've
Man,
been telling her to do.
When I go to hell, I really hope I become the demon of minor annoyances.
Mainly because you like chips.
I do.
Chips are good.
Chips
You're
makes me
good.
fuck off, though. Oh, Lord.
That is messed up. Yes.
I like it.
But no, it's so he's in there, and when the night passes, there's some general revelry as everyone's kind of showing their gems off to each other. But you notice they don't look as full and as done as your three even Arances.
The whole army is getting bedazzled.
Getting gemmed up.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of you say anything about the size of the gems being smaller or no?
No, I don't. As long as they work, that's what I'm more
I mean, that would be
concerned
kind of the opposite of the troubadour's job. You're not supposed to cut into their confidence.
during
could-
contest.
Could have asked Ransa or one of the other light bearers, but yeah, okay.
Oh, well, okay, yeah. In that case, yes. I thought you meant like more talking to them.
No, you can talk to Ransa.
That
Most of them
doesn't
are
seem
just
like
getting.
what you're asking.
I meant most of them are just getting drunk and kind of being silly about things.
Yeah. What is the reason behind that?
Ransa just looks over and is like, the full commitments that I've done, you've done, all the men down there have done. It requires some time. It requires a lot more material. But when talking with them before, they did in the past helped avoid the scourge destroying complete town. They can give these smaller ones. It still takes some life essence. It won't last as long. Usually, a couple of battles, a couple of months active. They're never really truly full. It gives them enough ability to hurt horrors and anyone that may be tainted, but not so much as me or you three, where it's been able to, pour ourselves into it, and thus change our powers, our abilities, our grotesque fleshiness.
Are you trying to say something?
I'm saying something. He's pointing towards Grigori at that.
I'm pretty happy with my test.
Corey just kind of nods in acknowledgement.
It's like, yeah, it should empower them and it should help them, which is the main thing we need. Because for all we know, the Empire may actually be having a lot of them. Because remember, people that are marked, they can be given strength beyond their normal selves. They can be acted upon any time.
Quite true.
Mm-hmm.
I found a book that told me about it, and I read it. How the hell? And he turns to Guru. How the hell do you read this day in and day out? It is the driest thing ever.
Because sake of world depends upon it.
No. Before the sake of the world thing. Were you that
Oh,
bored in the care to read these things constantly?
I
It helps
knew
if
there
you
would be
begin life
horrors
dry.
waiting for us in the world. Somebody had to be prepared for them.
And it certainly wasn't going to be me and Kaja.
No.
This is true.
Passions only know what you did to pass the time, you hurt.
True. I won't tell.
And yeah, the night kind of goes through. You guys have some time talking with each other, talking with some of the other people around, Ransa even. And it is shortly before the time you're about ready to pass out. You hear kind of the bell dinging as they swear there's an approaching force. At which point Ransa just pops up and he's kind of tipsy from downing that bottle and is like, "That's earlier than they should have been."
Well, they're coming. They're back already.
No. It seems like there's a force that is.
It is an attack.
Ooh, shitballs. All right.
Perhaps they are testing our defenses.
And
Well, we
yeah,
best-
Or we're scouting
Yeah.
attack.
do you guys follow Rance as he runs out?
Yeah.
Obviously.
You guys run out and you see what looks to be Rance's ship, like the one that was stolen from him. They're just coming in, and it's hovering above the area. You can see there's some lights that are illuminating it, just some torches and such on it. And ropes just come down, and down slides the very big man wearing Obsidian armor, and a few other like Empire Starins. And Grigori, your vision shows you that they're all just fuming with the flakes of evil.
Flakes of
Evil
evil.
flakes.
You got the dandruff real bad.
We're gonna cut off their head and shoulders.
That's right. Only way to handle it.
But yeah.
If you have an ice base spell, you could freeze them, and then they would be frosted flakes of evil.
You're way
I
too
couldn't
proud of
resist.
that one, aren't you?
I'm so proud of that one.
I can feel in his voice how he was trying to resist telling that joke and then failed, and it came out
yeah.
anyway.
It's like telling someone what they
Temptation
got for
won out.
Christmas. Yeah.
Too bad we don't have an elementalist, eh?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. And you just see. Do you guys yell anything? And be sure to fix it before we get started. Yeah, you guys can't move too far from there. This is your starting area.
Yes, certainly. So, so is it just this one ship, or are they dropping guys elsewhere?
No, it's just this one that looks like there's the ropes that slide him down, and then the ropes fall and the ship just takes off. Just fucks right the hell off.
All right, well, we're gonna do that to these guys.
Hey guys, fuck right the hell off.
Right the hell off, you fucks.
Let me see in character. Let's see if he has time. No. All right. Yeah. Too angry. Time charge.
Okay, give me a second before I get all this set up.
Of course. I was going to see if he kept his cool enough to try to taunt him angrily or just charge screaming.
Okay.
Charge.
Oh, where's the fuck is pirate?
Man, I didn't know we had Lindsay Sterling in this battle.
Is that a music joke?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She's a violinist.
Very. Oh, then you know what? Even though I didn't get it, I commend you for your cleverness.
A very energetic one.
Nice.
Okay. But
You always count on me for something obscure to happen.
okay, bees. There's the captain you can guys see, and there's a lot of them that are guarding the back area, not really doing much else. Like it's you three and the captain essentially against these 5. So how do you initiative rolls?
Let's see. Yeah. Mighty 2.
I'm liking the way my dice are playing out here.
Okay. So Kazuo 21,
Yes.
Gregoria 2. Okay, thank you for changing that.
I had to do it 3 times because it just kept reverting back to 0. It's weird.
Island 23. Okay. Weird. Let me get some initiatives on these bastards. Okay. That is not what I meant to hit. That's too low for his.
Is that how you spell lackeys?
I don't know.
Where?
Okay, because I realize I've never seen the word lackey spelled out.
Oh no, that is Lakey's.
Okay, that's what I thought. I don't care. I'm not judging you. I just realized I've never seen it
No,
spelled out.
you're judging me. I get it.
No, Krendar is. I'm not.
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you spell it. Okay. Get fucked. Everyone, including Ransa, apparently.
And finally,
And Gregory.
well, how do you spell Lucky's then?
I just told you.
Don't put it in that chat. You know it fucks up the view.
No.
I'm sorry, there's a C there. I'm dumb. Lakey. That's another.
Not Lakey's.
Say Lakey's. Lakey's. You should have kept spelling it wrong. Blackies.
Oh,
That's now on the internet forever. Good job.
God.
Well, the B and I went with my first key first. You know, we'll be equitable. Hold on.
The series would be over there. We go.
okay.
The series would be.
Oh, thank
It's
you,
a game of chess.
Bradley, for Lackeys as well in there.
Honkies.
Anyways, Wyland, you go first, actually.
Damn right. All right. So we got Obsidian Skin dude here.
Yep, he's right here, followed by his 4 just buddies.
Buddies, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna have my bow out, and I'm gonna taunt this bozo, and I'm going to remind him of the fact that he picked a poor time to come and test our metal, and that what's going to happen to him is just going to be a precursor of what's going to happen to his master. And if he doesn't know fear, he's about to find it hard. So we're going to karma this baby first, and then we'll find my
It's
taunt.
interesting to me how you always roll the karma first.
Well, it's all depends on where I am on my little slider, because I don't have
Whichever button you come across first.
Exactly. I don't have the screen real estate that you guys do. So, does a 10 beat his social defense?
Just barely.
Really nice. All right. So then he's gonna be minus something, and I'm gonna tell you what that is.
The guy just got told.
A couple seconds. He is gonna be a bit more here. My non-elven eyes are. He is -1 test penalty and -1 to social defense, total for 5 ranks or 5 rounds.
Okay. Cool. So what do you yell at him as he's standing there kind of foaming at the mouth?
Basically just that, and
said it.
reminding him, that
okay.
he's about to know fear. And then once I get done with that, then I'm going to shoot him and hope yet because
Okay.
then this would be.
You could have written down your taunt and then like attached it to the arrow.
That's actually, you know what? I like that better. So I'm scribbling as I'm moving up, and I'm like desperately writing something, and then I'm gonna attach it to my bow and then shoot it at him.
Message
But
for
you
you, son.
missed. This is going to be hilarious. Oh, nope.
16 misses by 1.
Ah.
Okay, so then he catches it, and then he takes it, and then he reads a note, and then fails.
And
his
the paper says
just
you
like-
suck.
I imagine it says this real quick.
Yeah. Suck it hard.
No, it's
So-
no, actually, it says this. Hold on.
It just says send news.
No, even worse, it's just smeared fecal matter on it at this point.
It's a drawing of violent nude.
He just carries it around in the thong at all times.
No, it's the symbol that Grigori used for one of his spells. It's a dick
The
butt.
dick butt.
Can I get to him?
Let's see. What is your move?
12. It says 16.
It's very silly, sir.
You could move like you charge at him. I'll let you get to him, but you will be at a -2 steps for your attack.
Oof. Then I won't do that. I'm just gonna slowly walk up to him, and let's see. If I have anything fun, I don't. So you know what? I will add on to this taunt by just screaming at him. Let's see if it works. Oh, holy shit!
Wow.
It's not bad.
I just yell at him. I'm gonna rip that armor off and beat you to death with it.
Well,
I
you.
don't know what this does.
Uh,
I've never succeeded in a taunt before.
okay, so you
Not that much.
How much did you beat defense by?
got 2 extra successes.
So he would be -3 to step test and -3. This is total, and then -3 to social defense for I guess for whatever taunt rank is longest. Well, for what's your rank in taunt there, Big Dog?
6.
Seriously, you have better taunt than I do, man. That's awesome.
Mhm.
So yeah, so 6 rounds for that, and then just 5 rounds for me.
Okay. He
Very
looks
nice.
just
He's one up to
very
you.
annoyed.
Totally did.
It's the lackey's turn. It's the Lakey's turn.
Yeah.
Lakey's turn.
Yeah.
It's a Honky's turn.
Oh man, it's the Lakeys versus the Red Bulls.
Whoop. Whoop. Let's see. Oh yeah, they don't really have much else they can do. Yep. And they're just kind of doing a weird little bit of a formation around you guys. And this one is to Decorator.
Come on, ladies, let's get in formation.
Occasion. Oh, that hits. Don't you know? I am going to try before you do that.
Rip toast?
Yes. I didn't even need it, but holy shit.
And with the extra
So-
successes, you can take an attack or damage back, ain't you?
Nice.
Yeah, so that's 2 extra successes. So that's 1 for the attack and 1 for my damage. So that's 15. Dice didn't like me here. I'm gonna use one of my rerolls.
Okay.
I think I still have some.
How many do we have out of everybody again?
There we go.
You guys
Much better.
have access to the document, but Dakota, you have 7, Chris has 4, Krendar 10, I have 6, and then I'll just see Dakota 6, and both Chris and Krendar 7.
Which note is it?
Rerolls and auto wins.
Oh,
Alright,
that,
so
never mind. I'm
6.
blind.
6 rerolls left.
So 14 damage this time?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. And unfortunately, you did cause a little bit of a wound.
Yeah.
That's not unfortunate at all.
And let's see if random roll. Just... Oh yeah, he's still standing. Next one is against Wyland.
Go for it.
It'll roll. You.
Ooh,
11.
Ooh. 11. My physical defense is going to hit.
So, okay.
Just by one.
So he hits
He does.
with a broadsword for 7 damage.
I am going to take the 1 point of net damage.
Okay.
Ah. Tell him I said ow. Got it.
Ransa walks up to a motherfucker, big dick swinging. He does his attack, which is... Oh, crap.
I never wrote any of this down. Shit.
Make it up. Make it up. Make it up.
Kind of.
I like the.
I have a sheet
Little
over
bit.
here with it. Ooh, 18. Against his assholes. Okay, so that hits with an extra success. Alright. So... Okay. And he doesn't half his goddamn... God damn it.
You have rerolls.
Yeah.
You can't use them against us later, so you might as well use them for us now.
Who says I can't use them?
We says.
Shit. Listen, don't fight that.
Yeah, 12. Okay. Fair enough. That actually is the wound threshold too for this guy. For these guys.
Yay!
And he stays standing. Alright. Here comes Douchey McDouchelord.
Douche Lord.
And he's about ready. He was wanting to drop a, bit of a douche onto Dakota here. Let's see his.
As opposed to a deuce.
Mm. Yeah, he's only dropping 1 douche.
Maybe a very large one, and I'm slightly worried.
Yeah. So with the -3, he's at this for now. 15.
Oof. I'll rip test that. I just somehow have to remember what my rip test is, despite the fact that I do it every goddamn time.
But the fact that you did it 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, goddamn, I don't
19.
get a counter.
Nope,
I don't
you
get a
just
counter.
negate his whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pissing him off even more, probably.
Denied.
Okay. Okay. And now it's Grigori's turn. At the bottom of the barrel here.
Yeah, that's me. All right, we've seen he's got a pretty good physical defense, so let's see how he does against spells here.
That's how he does
And
against a
give him the
living.
Astral Spear. How's about a 23, sir?
Damn. Miss.
That karma meant business.
Miss.
No, it hits with 2 extra successes.
All right. In that
Son of a
case,
bitch.
2 extra, you said?
Yes.
All right. And you can have 12 mystic damage.
Okay.
It's very mystical.
He takes his measly half of that.
Yeah, could have been one. Could have been Weiss.
All right.
Could have been waste.
Wyland, it's your turn.
The bow will go down and the sword will come out and flames comes out of the sheath just flaming. And I'm going to take a swing right at this guy.
Okay.
With appropriate stank, of course.
15.
If I can. Hold on. It's coming up here. There it is.
That,
17.
yeah, okay. The 15 itself got a success with one extra success. The 2 did nothing
Alright.
to help that.
Okay. So this plus 2 then from Mock's broadsword. Yeesh. So 8. Oh, and then the flame damage too,
Okay.
which is 3 more. So 11 total points of damage.
All right. Okay. So he takes his bit of damage. He's still standing. He looks fine. Just with a cut that you've flaming torched
Yeah.
him.
I'm gonna annoy
Kinda
the shit
figured.
out of. I'm gonna annoy the shit out of these two and attack the one that's attacking Wyland.
Okay.
Cha!
All right, that
There we
hits with
go.
an extra success.
Bam! Oh my god.
All
I'm
right.
gonna reroll that.
Yes.
So 5 rerolls left. Okay, there we go.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun,
Right.
dun, dun.
So 12. Right.
Yep.
Get right on the nose for his wound threshold.
Nice.
Give him a go, bopping. Twisted,
And
bopping.
he's still standing.
God damn it! It's got to be what, half the damage to, or less than half the damage to fail.
No, it's
It's
You gotta
minus
have
the wound threshold from it.
Okay, yeah, okay.
and then plus 3.
Listen, I don't remember this. I don't get wounded much.
Oh, here.
All
Oh,
right. Anyway,
huh. Did I not accept these 8 days ago?
what?
That's weird. Rerolls awarded for you 8 days ago. I
Oh,
was like,
cool.
wait, what? I remember looking at these. Okay, yeah. All right, there we go.
Yay! More rerolls.
All right,
Mm,
it's the lackey's turn.
Come on, lackeys, try me.
ha.
All right. This is the non-fucked up guy. And this is to Grigori.
Nah.
That's a whiff. This is to Wyland.
Bring it.
15.
Don't bring it that hard. That hits with an extra success.
Okay.
I think you're gonna pull a Kaja and totally ignore this guy.
That's 12 damage it does to you.
12 damage. I'm going to take some of that. Fortunately, it's not enough to make me have to make I don't suffer a wound.
Right, this is
Who
to
wounded?
Hey,
A wound.
That was Takaja and a horrible
Nope.
miss.
nothing.
This is
Nothing.
the captain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, Captain, no.
Yep. How does a void blow work, Dakota?
You roll it, and you have to get better than that.
Yeah. And then you just don't get hit.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. The captain gets hit.
I could tell before the number even showed up because the box was too small.
Yep. Okay.
Avoiding shit.
Oh.
Ouch.
What if this motherfucker kills the captain?
Well, then you'll have
Walking
even
up-
That would
more
be bad.
anger.
Yeah.
This lackey ass motherfucker.
Not only is Captain wounded, he is now down.
Oh my
This
goodness.
motherfucker, he got a good shot and just swiped at the captain's legs, thus tripping him. Luckily, it's the captain's turn.
Get up.
We
and
have a
cut him,
captain
bitch.
down. Oh no, wait, never mind. He's fine.
Okay.
Captain dies. There's a cologne waiting. Whoo! Thank God that. Thank God for that.
Captain Clone.
Captain 2.0.
Okay. And he does something to the guy. He takes a swipe. And now it is... Wannabe Big Dick Johnson here. Who will take a swipe at Decoder.
Girder.
Oh no! You know, I think I'm gonna rip test that. For a 21, which gets me the attack.
The
Hell
exact
yeah.
number you needed for that
Jesus.
Yeah.
counter. Nice.
6 damage?
Ugh,
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll that.
that was gross.
Because I can, in your words, nothing!
Wow.
Again, nothing!
One more. I got rerolls. There we go. That's awful still.
Okay, okay.
There's 2 rerolls gone.
Pretty mediocre.
Nothing!
Ah,
How about an auto success?
You swing at
these
your
are
sword. Oh,
Stupid an automatic success for damage. I get 1 point of damage for an
Yeah.
automatic.
That'd be
Yeah.
funny, eh?
so you
I
take...
successfully damaged you. Oh, wait,
You,
never
you
mind.
see the captain go down, and you kind of take a swing at Bastard here, and you just dink off the Obsidian armor, which you feel kind of bad about, because that used to be an Obsidian. You may have known him,
Yeah.
maybe.
I'm just gonna assume I did, just to make this angrier.
But Greg, it's your turn.
Oh no, it's Rocky. Let's keep at this guy for an 18 is what, 1 extra success, I guess?
1 extra, yeah.
Or okay. Then the same guy can now have 14 damage.
Okay.
That's an okay damage roll. I'll keep that.
All right. He's still standing, and you didn't hit his wound threshold. Wylan, your turn.
Are the red dots, are they wounds or are they knocked down?
They're wounds.
Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, I might as well stick with my current target here.
Don't forget to give that guy his damage, though, eh?
I did.
Oh, it looks the same as it did last turn.
That's just because we're doing so little. Good.
Yeah.
We got good on the karma.
Yeah, but then again, we didn't. Yeah, let's see. Whoops, almost made it. There we go.
Let's see what the attack does.
Ooh, that does
Ah, there you go. 25.
25.
3 extra successes above the this
Ooh.
guy, right?
Who are you, and what did you do with Wyland?
So 3 extra successes, that would be plus
6.
6 steps damage.
Yes.
I can't resist that. That's too much. So let's
Yeah.
ooh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Definitely take that. Oh, and then he gets some flame damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Got the mother.
Flaming.
Flaming damage. 29 points of damage.
Oh boy.
Man down.
Yeah.
First
Seeing the captain fall.
enemy
made-
down goes to
Here's
the
fun
bard.
thing. You hit exactly the number needed to kill him.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
First kill.
You slice at him, and you just see him kind of blur and make a big dramatic spin and die.
Nice. Then I will
See?
move over
Yeah.
here and I will go and assist Grigori.
Okay.
Because Kaja don't need my help.
Yeah, I'll kill this motherfucker now. Give him the good old hacha!
The mystical,
Yeah.
legendary hacha.
Which one were you taking?
The one that's left to the right.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's a 1 extra successor.
Hacha. Fucking Christ with these ones. Literally all the ones. I'm not re-rolling that, but you know. There.
Wow, you got 4 1s there.
I know that's an 11, but still, 4 fucking ones.
And he's still standing.
God damn it.
He does take
If it
another
was-
wound.
If it was 4 1s fucking, it probably would look like a square.
Hey,
I
it's-
one-shot a guy last
Oh, are they daisy chained?
Yeah.
Yep.
I knew you would get it.
So, here's the non-hurt one turning to attack Wyland. You know, somebody appreciates him up here.
My pride.
6 is a miss. I love how the glitch there on that.
Yeah, they got the good lackey, the all right lackey, the and the shit lackey.
The was the dead. The is this one right next to you, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because shit is
I hit.
dead. Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
shit
this
like
guy's
he's
the
dead.
this guy's the shit one. That was the okay lackey. He hurt Wyland a little.
Oh, calm the fuck on. Actually, because that's against Captain, unfortunately.
Kill the captain. What the fuck?
It's not even the final battle.
I'm just waiting for them to roll 2 for damage.
Okay.
Yeah, go with the extra steps. You know you want to.
All right. So he hits with 1 extra success, thankfully.
Hey, our high five worked out pretty good there.
Yeah.
Gandar, I was just watching it.
We're
on the
doing
stream. Yeah. It's awesome.
Oh, that's not terrible.
It's weird because my camera's backwards for some reason in Discord. So
Mm-hmm.
while it works out on the layout on Discord, it looks like we're both pushing our hand in the same direction.
Yeah. In Discord, it's weird.
And
Trying
here's
to
Because
push
my camera's backwards, Sloane's camera's backwards, but yours is normal.
Yes.
is against
it's
Kaja.
Discord.
It's
Ooh.
odd.
Oh, I'm gonna auto success avoid blow.
okay, fine. I'll allow that. That is the
Ooh.
powers of it.
Yoink.
I'll take 1 damage over a lot more.
He moves like they do.
You kind of wiggle as he comes down. You kind of just feel energy flowing through you as you just kind of okay, cool, around the guy.
Nice try.
It's the captain's turn.
Captain, fuck this guy up.
Channel the power of the violin.
You can't do it, Captain.
Ah.
Gotta just use my reroll. No, captain ain't going down like that.
Yeah, Captain can't go. This is bullshit.
Not like this. Not like this.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
He misses. Whatever. Move on. It's Big Dick Johnson's turn. That's his name now in this game to me. Yes. Okay.
All right.
The legend of Big Dick Johnson.
Good
Okay with
job.
that?
You tried. You tried.
Here's
No.
your participation sticker.
Look at the last 3 numbers. 6, 7, 8.
Oh my goodness!
I'm
Yeah, look at
slowly
that.
building up to something.
Yep. Yeah, it's getting up there.
A 9, probably.
It takes a swing at Kaja, missing, but he you kind of see Grigori, since you're focused on him, a little bit of the darkness around him growing a bit, and you see some energy go into this guy.
Oh.
Greg, it's your turn.
We'll just leave you on that cliffhanger. All right, well, let's just keep pumping out the magic here.
23. All right, 2
That's
extra
a +2,
successes.
right?
Yes.
All right, so have.
I mean, you have 11
Fuck it,
rerolls.
Reroll. There we go. Have 22.
Okay, good. Use those rerolls.
Ooh,
I was trying to decide if that was worth using a reroll on, and I think it turned out all right.
I would say so.
Here's a fun
The
thing.
red border kind of helps me decide there.
You guys finally hit his wound threshold.
What race is this guy, by the way?
I don't remember what I made him.
This is a human.
Okay, so yeah, human.
His outline is fuzzy and hard to determine what he is.
Oh, it's just a big motherfucker I pulled from. He's still standing.
Wow.
You see him just... And...
Yay, I'm the
Staring.
first person to annoy him. Good for me.
Yeah, he's this dude's strong. He's got a very strong strength step.
Wyland?
He's clearly
Hi.
the mini boss.
Yes. We're going to which lackey is this? I know he's not the shit one. Is that one
That's
is
a
coming?
good one.
This is the good one. Okay. All right. I'm not afraid of that.
You're not afraid of a ghost?
I'm not afraid of no good lackey. So here comes my karma. Hey, I actually got above a 2. What the fuck is up with that?
Oh, you're so close to potentially, you know?
Hey, you karmaed for 11 once earlier today.
Ooh, we're gonna do a little reroll. We're gonna spend one rolls on this,
Okay.
and that wasn't much better, motherfucker.
But with
It was
you
1
still
point
hit.
better.
Take an auto. Take an auto.
I mean, he
Well,
already
Do I
hit.
hit-
that hits, so.
I hit with the 12, right?
Yeah. No, it's
Okay,
success,
I don't-
but it hits.
All right. Well, I'll take that. Here's some of that and some fire on top of that. Ooh, 16 total. Not bad.
Okay. And the way it's counted here, he's still good. Okay. Naja, your turn.
I have to step away for a second. I'll be right back.
Time to
Okay.
kill a motherfucker. Kacha! All right,
17.
kill this motherfucker.
Hits with an extra
Yeah.
success.
Bam! What the fuck?
I mean, you got rerolls.
Reroll.
Redo.
Ooh, there you go.
There we go. 27.
Okay. In fact, he's not dead yet.
What the fuck?
Not
He's,
dead yet.
he's unconscious.
Oh, that works.
Alright. The lackey's turn.
I have to pee, so
Oh god damn it. Okay.
I'm sorry. I can hurry.
This is to Wyland.
Just do that.
Bring it.
17.
Yeah, that'll hit with an extra success.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, no, I don't have power. Should. Ooh, that's some damage. Ooh, that's a wound. So let's see. That's so there. Hold on. All right. Right. So I have to make a
Brain check.
strength test, and let's see, at 9 points of damage. So it's wound threshold +3. So I need a 4.
Hey. Exactamundo.
My weak ass elf stays on his feet.
Okay. So the captain's turn. Or Cap. Like watching any of the Marvel stuff lately. Just goddamn it, poor Captain.
I know. I felt bad for him.
I keep forgetting that he also has Karma Dice.
True.
I'm not used to playing characters that actually have the Karma Dice, so he hits here. Wait.
Hello, I live.
Welcome back.
Yay, Captain.
Yep. Actually did a second wound to this asshole. And the guy's still standing.
Jesus.
All right. So Gregori's gonna miss us, and we're gonna have to re-explain it when he gets back. But
All right.
Huh?
I said alrighty.
Yes. So as you see, like the Big Dick Johnson here, his hand's been kind of pointed at his lackey a bit open. That's been down, and it just he grips it, and you notice the body start moving.
Oh, great.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Yep.
That's not good.
Huh.
Yes. He starts standing up, and you notice it. He looks a bit undaddy.
Undaddy. Yee.
I think this is the perfect time for this then.
What?
I was like, geez.
Did you just not like this? It's just $100.
What? 100 bits.
$100?
100
You
bucks.
wish.
I wish.
No, that's Nunu.
Oh, yeah.
Right out. With a buck, yeah, it's not like this. As you see the lackey arise from the grave, essentially there,
Oh, God.
seeming in pain.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He's not picking up his sword or anything. He's just kind of up. And yeah, then this guy's gonna take a nice choppy chop at Dakota again, hoping just enough to piss him off.
See, Rance was fucking his boy up over there.
Yeah.
Alright.
17.
Grip toast. Yay! Nothing.
Hate the
I mean,
fact
nothing
you can
happens.
use your goddamn karma for that. Bastard.
It is nasty. It doesn't mean he's going to run out of karma faster, though.
I got enough.
Right. So you stop that attack. Grigori, it's your turn.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's keep plugging away at the Big Dick Johnson over here.
Big dick.
Ooh, 32.
Jesus Christ.
How many extras is that?
4?
4?
Yeah, that is 4 extra.
All right. Oh, no, I'm re-rolling that. And again. Fine. Whatever. Okay, so take 18.
Okay.
5, 6, 6.
Fucking hell.
Jesus.
Okay. You hit him. He just seems even more annoyed, but he's still standing. Wyland?
Okay, hold on. I need to look at one thing here. I think I know what to do here. I gotta back up here.
What are we looking at for rerolls?
No.
No, that's what Nuna's asking.
I'm
Oh.
answering her. It's okay.
No, I'm showing on screen for if she wants to see.
Oh, okay.
Or if he wants to see, sorry.
It's fine.
All right. So Wyland takes out a dagger, and he begins doing his blade juggle. All right. So I gotta make a quick note here. So 5 and 3.
Well, if you can't read it, Nunu, that's why I answered in chat.
All right.
Yep.
So this is kind of complicated here. So all right. So I create a whirling, flashing barrier of knives, daggers, and other weapons between myself and my opponent. So I make a blade juggle test against difficulty equal to the combined size of the weapons being juggled, which in this case is 4. So let's do that.
Oh, the new talent's coming out.
Yep. And I've got this.
Combat juggling, go.
And I'm doing karma with this as well.
Oh,
All right, so a total of 9. So I passed my test, and I get an extra success. So let's see. All right. Okay, so if successful, I begin juggling the blades, and I add the combined size of the weapons to my physical defense. So right now my physical defense is now at 14. So basically, I've got this barrier. So now I'm basically waiting until he decides to make an attack against me, and if he fails, then I can counterattack.
Okay. So first things first, you all have 8 rerolls again.
Yay!
Oh yeah, was that Nunu?
Yep.
Nice.
and you know
What?
it was.
Bought you 4 and bought 3 for Decoder.
Coder.
All right. So if you have a barrier, and if he tries to make an attack and fails, you
Well,
get...
yeah. If he fails, then cool stuff could happen. But if he hits, he hits.
Okay. Kaja, your turn.
I'm not gonna hit the zombie. I'm just gonna go for Big Dick Johnson there,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna. Does 21 hit?
It hits with no extra successes.
Jesus. Alrighty. Okay. Alright. 13 karma. I'm re-rolling. Sure, 15.
Okay.
Oh, and you know what? I forgot. I can set a motherfucker on fire. Hacha! For 24 altogether.
Okay.
Oh, it's a good kitty.
Yeah, he's there. He
Oh,
seems
you added a
fine.
couple of pixels to the bar.
Let me zoom right in.
So, the lackey's turn. It is non-fucked up guy's turn against Wyland, who just did his little bit. Let's see if he hits or not.
Okay.
12.
He does not hit. It's 14.
Okay.
So now I get to do something cool.
All right.
All right. If the attack fails to beat the higher physical defense, it is deflected, and the adept may choose to counterattack, making a blade juggle test as a ranged attack test. The adept chooses
Violent
which
gets to rip
weapon.
toast.
Yeah, I get to choose which weapon is used in the counterattack, determining range of damage is normal. Once used to counterattack, the juggle weapon may not be used again, and its size is subtracted from the physical defense bonus. All right. So I'm gonna. So are you? Let me ask you this: will you let me throw my broadsword at him?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
As long as
do
you
that.
accept the fact that you aren't going to have it in your hand anymore.
Well, yeah, I'll worry about that
But
after
if you
the fact.
accept if you fail hard enough.
Gregory. What? Oh.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use one of my auto success, and I'm just gonna hit the dude.
Okay.
And so it's stuck into his chest, so then I can just yank it out next round.
Right.
So let's do some damage.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
And then it's still on fire, so I just threw a flaming broadsword at him.
That's
That guy
the
did
most
not see that
smart
coming.
thing ever.
Okay. So do your fire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
28 points of damage.
Juggling
telling
fire
you.
swords and throwing them at people.
Is he perfectly knocked out?
Yeah,
1 point
get
over,
fucked, man.
perfectly knocked out there.
Nice.
So yeah, you do that, and you just sitting there, you're juggling, you got the flaming sword. He goes to attack, missing, and you just kind of whack with the energies of the universe. And he lands straight in his chest, and you're just like, wow.
Nice. I want to totally like Chow Yun Fat this thing, and I kind of like flip my sword up and like kick it into his chest.
Okay. Alright, here's the one that was attacking
I like it.
the captain.
That's very
That's how we do it.
choreographed.
Yes, that's how we do it downtown.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, he misses. This guy, he kind of looks
Boo.
over to Johnson here, and he just kind of nudges his head, and he rushes towards Grigori. And he's going to swipe at Grigori.
Mr. Gregory.
Mhm.
You have made many mistakes.
And he misses with his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Stern. I should probably think of another name to call this guy for now instead of Big Dick Johnson.
Too late.
What was
Way
his
too
name?
late.
I forgot.
I never gave him a name.
His name was like Brad, like Doug or Brad or something. It was really like normal, wasn't it? Or is this not the guy that betrayed us?
This is not the guy that betrayed you.
Oh, okay. Well, his name's Johnson then.
Johnson and Johnson.
He's actually Swedish. It's Big Dick Jansson.
Big Dick Jansson.
Big
Dick Johnson.
yeah, Big Hick Jansson.
Oh,
That's the
geez,
biggest hick
yeah.
I've ever seen.
With that, the captain, annoyed as shit, just kind of sees the guy swipe at him, sees a fucking cadaver attack one guy, and then Wyland take out two guys now. Because essentially you've done that.
Oh yeah.
He's just like, oh, ends this, and he just does a hard slap into the guy, thus killing this guy over here.
Nice.
And rushes over here to... Or actually yells at Kajo, need help or no?
Nope, I got this.
Okay. 3 moves to sit there and try and...
The troll doesn't want to be outdone by the bard.
I'm being outdone by the bard and pissing me off.
I should have looked up some more of these things.
No, you should
Guess
have.
so.
Okay. And
Crazy talk.
this guy's just going to take a nice big swipe at Kaja again.
Well,
Hold
you
up,
know
hold
what
up,
I gotta
hold
do. Oh, okay.
18.
Okay. Well, you know what I gotta do. I gotta reroll that and then karma. Fuck.
Ooh.
All right.
Hits. And
Yeah,
18, does that give an extra success with the 18?
Yes, because it's perfectly 5 because I have 13.
Okay, so
Yes, unless I'm retarded and I can't math.
you said you're 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
perfectly 5 above.
Okay. Basic math. I always just. Am I dumb?
Is this real life?
It's just you, your girl, and your Johnson.
You, your girl, and your Johnson.
I love that commercial so much.
And if this will ever roll...
Here, my karma is fine. I'm not even halfway through it. And we've got a sleep out of us, I think.
Oh.
Hello.
Ouch.
I guess you should have parried that one, huh?
I should have just avoided load. I should have just auto succeeded.
What was that about not needing help?
Okay.
So-
Yeah, I'm gonna eat my own ass here.
So how much damage is that, Cheetah?
30.
I don't think you can do that on Twitch.
That's 30 damage to you? Wow. Oh, and the
I-
strength check to see if you're not knocked down or not.
Is that a
Yeah,
wound?
Yes. No, you know, it's not, surprisingly. So I have to get over a 9, right? Because that's my wound threshold.
No, it's -9
Or no,
from the thing.
Oh, -9 from 30, so 21. Yeah, well, let's just try a good old
You can
wound
do
balance.
this.
Ooh, 12. Oh, so close.
It was close.
So yeah,
No,
you're on the floor for now.
oh god.
And you're wounded, so everything's -1.
I may have been wrong.
So as that happens sitting there, as you know, he's feeling a little bit confident as he usually is. The guy just raises the sword and is like, "You think so?" And wham, right into right here, knocking you down, getting a good cut in with his sword.
Well, fuck.
And it's Greg's turn.
All right. Also, he's got a question in chat, by the way.
Can I spend give item coins to restore someone's karma? No. That's not going to be there.
All right. Well,
I
21 to hit you.
2 extra successes.
Reroll.
Oh, there's a
Okay.
bunch of those.
Reroll.
Reroll.
Reroll. There, fine.
Jeez.
16 damage
Jesus
and minus
fuck.
3 rerolls to me. Fucking hell.
Fucking Christ.
Okay. He's still standing. No actual wound. Wyland, it's your turn.
Who do we have left here? We got this one guy right here, right? And
Yeah.
That's it.
Big-
And
the big guy?
Big Dick.
Yeah.
Big Dick Johnson. All right, we're going to go
Big
after
Johnson,
Big Dick.
Johnson.
I'm going to yank my flaming sword out of this dead dude's chest and go right up to Big Yick Johnson.
So Kajo, if he takes out several people plus the mini boss while
My
you're on the
pride
ground.
is just gone.
Okay.
My pride is gone.
Swing at him. Give it. Try it, you pussy.
I'm gonna. Here it comes. With some karma.
That is a miss.
11 is a miss.
Yes.
I'm gonna take that, man.
You should have one of your auto successes. You have
I want
six.
to. I have a feeling I'm gonna go through all those suckers in the next battle, so I need to save those.
All right. So
Good point.
you grab your sword out of the guy's chest, who's bleeding out on the ground, and just run to kind of attack. And unfortunately, it just hits the armor and like kind of sparks and nothing as he just
Aw.
looks down at you, slowly going,
Okay.
ever slowly raising his sword again.
You're a little
Okay.
taller up close.
Okay.
Embarrassing.
Suck a
That,
thousand.
that whooping he
dicks.
just received really threw off his game.
14?
Yeah.
13.
13? That's a miss.
Reroll. Suck 1,000 dicks. God damn it.
That's
16? That's
a lot of suck.
That's a barely hit.
Good.
But wait.
17.
It's a void blow against your attack, right?
Yeah. It's a
Mhm.
void blow against the 17.
Right. Ah, crap. Okay, let's see who's that first.
Nope.
Oh, nope.
Good.
Okay.
All right. So 17 and then 12 more fire damage.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. Okay. You're slowly inching down, but he's still not looking too phased. He's looking worse for wear, but It's,
Gonna take that armor.
it's Teleki's turn.
Take
We're
the armor.
slowly shaving this guy down.
I'm
yeah.
taking the armor. It's gonna be mine.
What are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna wear it.
You're gonna wear an Obsidian armor?
Yes.
You're gonna wear a dead Obsidian.
I'm gonna wear it in honor of Rocky.
And
Wow,
3
that's
is a miss against
creepy.
Grigori. The captain's turn. He kind of turns over to Kaja. Are you sure you don't need some help now?
Kill him.
As he walks over to kill. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Back and forth, roll these damage weapon. That is not the number I meant to hit.
Whoa.
What the fuck? Only 16.
Nice step number.
Well, it doesn't understand how to do that step, so
Yeah.
it looks like it actually rolled 2d20 plus a d10 plus a d8.
Alright. He goes to take an attack at the guy and he just bounces off. At which point he just looks at, the captain and yells nothing in a very controlled monotone compared to Kaja's.
Nothing.
And Greg, be happy for your 3 new rerolls.
Well, I mean, you mean I got back the ones I just spent last round?
Yep.
Fucking hell. Okay. Did he go? He just did his thing, or? Yeah.
No. Sorry, I was looking at that. So it's Big Dick Johnson's turn here.
Okay.
And crap.
Yay, rerolls. Thank you. I assume new.
Yep. All right.
Keeping us refilled.
This is just back to Kaja again. Wait. Reroll. Because I can. And
Oof.
21 against you, Kaja. The hit with one extra success, and you could try to,
I'm
parry.
just gonna auto succeed, avoid blow.
Okay.
Good. I'm done. I'm done with this.
he slowly brings it up and drops it as you just roll out of the way. A big woof of air going everywhere.
Nice.
Grigori.
All right. Let's see if we can't get this guy down for the count here. 31.
That is 4 extra successes against big dude here.
Okay. That's fine. He can take 15 damage. That probably won't drop him just yet, but it'll be close.
The cinnamon armor is worse than my armor.
Actually,
Cinnamon armor actually kind of sucks, yeah.
the fun part is, you hit him, and you just see him after the sword go down. He looks up as you just, and you just see him slowly fall backwards. He's still breathing.
Yeah.
So Wyland. He's still breathing,
so
but he's. Huh?
I just said not for long.
Yeah. Wyland, you're looking at. There is a cadaver man attacking Grigori and missing horribly. There is 2 unconscious guys and then unconscious Johnson.
Oh, unconscious Johnson's getting beat to death with his own armor in a turn.
Well, it's Wyland
Right.
if he chooses not
Right.
to do anything.
No, I'm gonna cancel my plans for what I was gonna do, and I will instead. I'm gonna go here and assist Grigori with the old sword.
Okay.
And I got wounded, so I got. All right. Oops, that's the wrong step. Damn it.
That'd be a sad
Let's-
melee.
Let's try this one,
I'd be the saddest. You'd be the saddest bard ever.
and with a little karma back up there. 15.
15. That hits with an extra success.
All right, so let's. We'll just take that +2.
Okay.
I think real life Dakota will be rolling it better than step 2.
Yeah.
There we go. So we're looking at 15 plus some flamey flames of the 5 variety. 18. Nope. 20 points of damage total.
Okay.
Which I might have caused myself some problems because I think I gave him a or something.
Let's see. 15. Yeah, you did. Actually, you actually did give him a wound. So
Oh,
first
no.
he's got to make a strength check.
Spaghetti-o.
Yeah.
Cadaver man.
Oh,
No,
oh,
it might be a
jeez.
wound.
He didn't fall down, so he didn't get staggered. And when a
No.
cadaver man experiences insignificant pain since being affected by the pain spell or receiving a wound, they fly into a manic rage. When enraged, a cadaver man takes 3 additional attacks each round and does not suffer the negative effects of wounds. The aggressive attack
Yeah.
combat option is used here too. Okay,
Just turned into a blender.
Yep, I'm fucked.
Kaja.
Okay, so hearing
Nice you.
the scream of this fucker just ring out. Kaja's just, I'm not in the mood for this. Fucking comes over
Welcome.
there. Fucking 14, which better fucking hit.
It hits with 1 extra success.
And then he just blasts the motherfucker for fucking 15 damage. And it sets the bitch on fire for a total of 30.
Ooh.
I don't have time
That ought
for
to do
this
it.
shit.
No, he's still alive.
Or a lot of it.
Let's see.
Oh, great.
Nope, he is down. He's on his ass, but it's now his turn. He stands up, and he's got 3 attacks. And oh look, 3 meal plans.
3 meal plans.
First one is to Grigori. Actually, ignore that one. That was the wrong step.
No, it looks about right to me.
Yeah, that looks fine.
So that's a miss, I believe. Right, Grigori?
Not on me, it's not.
Oh, it's a hit on you? Okay.
That'd be a miss on Dakota, but not me.
Okay, so here's
Do
your...
I look like a warrior to you?
Oh, no.
I mean, yeah, sorry, you were right. He missed.
Okay, so there's your damage.
There's my damblage.
Next one is against Wyland. That's a miss. And final one is against Kaja.
Miss.
Okay.
And I'm on the ground as well.
He took Grigori and threw him on the ground.
Pretty much. You just got clotheslined by a zombie.
About this time, you just hear a scream from the captain as he plunges his sword into the Johnson over here.
Good.
Thus, right in the neck area, basically severing the head.
Right in the dick.
Put his Johnson right into the Johnson.
No one can un-Johnson Johnson.
Not even big dick captain.
Grigori, it's your turn.
All right, well, let's get back up and try to finish this zombie. I've actually going to try a different spell on this guy, but first the spell casting roll 20.
God damn it, Joey, I just saw your gun.
That's enough, fuck it. Actually, there it is. How's that for hitting him? I'm assuming that's good.
20 for your spell casting. Let's see. I don't know. It's looking dicey. Mystic Defense is a 9, so that is 2 extra successes, but...
All right. Well, he can take 21 damage then.
Or take 18.
Oh.
But
So for this spell, I basically just throw out a hand towards him, and like this vortex of energy comes out at him and just crumbles him to dust.
Yeah, it
Nice.
does. You win. You've killed him. So yes, as you...
Ooh, first time I got to use that spell since I got it.
That's
as
cool.
you hear the screams of the captain, who's just thoroughly pissed off in his own right.
Just gonna flush on my ass. Start
You
healing.
flip out your hand and do your vortex, and you see him just... At which the men start walking out, looking at the dead guys, and even stabbing the still breathing ones, thus killing the others. And
Nice.
Gracie's all around.
and start dragging them into a pile. Well, you guys just look over what was essentially empowered, somewhat possessed guy here. Anyway, he was possessed, but thanks to your weapons, you're able to defeat him. You see you see the pattern that was on him. It's horribly tainted. It's just covered in horror stuff. But the sword that is still plunged into his body, the gem starts to glow, and you just see the body start to, from the inside out, glowing with light, and burn itself.
Nice.
Hmm.
Good job.
Wow. And that was on Obsidian Skin, dude?
Yeah. The other 3, they're just marked.
Yeah.
They're not as affected, but they're all dead.
Very well fought, Captain.
He just looks like, oh, right, you guys haven't actually had a chance to deal with anything that is overly tainted. These swords, if given a chance, will try to Purify.
Mm.
And in which he turns around to his men, to all the men. That is the enemy. That is who we're facing. Our weapons will allow us to fight them on even grounds. And with friends like these and allies even more coming. We'll be ready for this. At
Yes,
which
we
point
will.
You start seeing them all kind of just throwing their hands, except for the ones dragging bodies to the bonfire. Just chanting. And with that, we will take a quick break.